To ensure that mine and my group's trailer is successful, I've decided to start researching directors of successful horror and thriller films to see what they have to say about what aspects and features are needed in order to make a horror or thriller trailer most effective. James Wan is a famous horror and thriller director and is best known for his works in Saw, Insidious, and The Conjuring.
As humans, we love to be scared, from the dawn of time, we love telling stories and we love the thrill of being scared, and that's why I think scary movies always work so well. You go into a movie theater, a collective conscience, when you're watching a film, people laugh, scream, go along on this journey. But the great thing is, with watching a scary movie in cinema is once that's done, you come out. Though the key is to, make a scary film that has a lasting impact and that affects people way after the film is over.
I then went on to research the director Adam Wingard, who has just had a film out called You're Next. He's a famous horror and thriller director and is known for many films such as directing VHS. You're Next is a horror film which uses the primal fear of being in a secluded house and being attacked by masked strangers.
Although the film isn't your average hack-and-slash horror, Wingard's expert craftsmanship gives each twist and turn a unique sense of brutality and terror.
I've always been really interested in ways to make movies more interactive for the viewing experience, and I think for a horror film, that's the most visceral, interesting way to do it, is to really give the audience a real jolt, and because they're really feeling the movie at that point, they're feeling the terror. And a lot of it is is finding ways of, you make somebody look at something a certain way, you focus their attention on something, and it's about controlling the sound during that moment and then giving a visual cue of some kind that they didn't expect, and then, hopefully blowing their minds.
Using this research, I then mind-mapped what the directors had said and applied them to how I would then make my trailer successful. James Wan spoke about the use of an emotional roller coaster. Although this would apply more to the film rather than our trailer, the transition between equilibrium and disequilibrium using Toleros theory would have to be part of an emotional roller coaster to show the alteration between them. James Wan also spoke about the journey that the audience is on with the characters. In order to adapt this to our film plot, we're going to have to make sure that the progression of events is clear and detailed, and we will reveal a slight idea of this within our trailer. James Wan also spoke about the long-lasting psychological effect a film should have. In order for us to adapt this, the trailer that we're going to create basically is going to have to get the audience thinking to make them want to see the film. Adam Wingard then went on to explain how vital sound can be in a scene that is wanting to create suspense. Sound can therefore make a scene or a particular moment in the film memorable. We want to try and adapt this idea to our trailer and hopefully use sound in order to do so. The shock factor is used in most horror and thriller movies by building up suspense and creating concentration for an image on screen. Then part of the shock factor comes where it ultimately scares the audience. As we will be creating a thriller trailer, we are going to try and adapt this shock factor to our own plot ideas. Overall, by doing this research, I now have more ideas of what features to take back to my partner Olivia and discuss our plot ideas and what we should include in our trailer.